What's going on, everybody? I wanted to make a quick video about how we price our jobs virtually. We pretty much do all of our estimating and quoting online at this point, unless it's like a certain job that's very big, like a commercial job, or just something that we might have to see in person because we can't get a good scope of it online. So I'm gonna go over how we do that and like the whole process. We've been doing this for probably the last 2 years now, and it's been working pretty well. It's pretty straightforward. So if we get a call or a lead through Markate or whatever it might be, first thing we're going to do, we're going to ask them for their address. We're going to see what kind of services that they're requesting. So in this case, it's a house wash. This is a fake lead that I made, by the way, for the purpose of this video. So first thing we're going to do is put their address into Google. We're going to go to Google Earth here, or Google Street View. We can't see the house from here, unfortunately, because there are trees on the way. And we do live in an area where there's lots of woods, and houses are often far back from the road, so that's a pretty common occurrence where we can't see the house from the road. No problem. We could try Zillow too. Zillow, Realtor.com. These are great sites for looking at houses, because most of the time you'll see a house, even if it's not for sale, you'll see the house online that you're trying to look at. So Zillow is going to be your best friend. And as you can see here, we get all these great pictures of the house. So if they want the front walkway done, we can quote them on that, the stairs, even the roof we can quote from here, the house. And it's great because these sites also give you the square footage. So we like to go off of square footage. Usually we're around 18 to 20 cents per square foot for a house wash on normal, vinyl siding, hardy plank, things like that. Your standard sidings, that's going to be very easy to wash. So 18 cents in this case times 1750. I'll do 1752 to be exact. It's going to be about $315. So I could look at this and say $315. That's a decent price for us. We could do this job in an hour max if it was just a house wash. And then, of course, if they wanted a gutter cleaning, a roof wash, anything else, deck wash, front walkways, we can quote them on that as well. But you're not always going to see the house on Zillow or any of these listing sites. So sometimes you're going to have to go on Google Earth. And this is also really good for quoting roofs. So if you get a call for a roof wash, so this is the house already. I already put it in here just to check it out, what it looks like. You're going to put it into Google Earth, and you're going to get a pretty good idea if there's no tree coverage. Sometimes trees are covering the Google Earth view, which is annoying, which might be a scenario where you'll have to go and quote it in person. However, here we could see the house pretty clearly, and we know that there's, even though we can't really see it too well, we know that there's a little roof here. There's a roof here, and then, of course, the main roof. So what you want to do is measure this out, and this isn't going to be obviously the actual square footage of the house. It might be a little bit different. The square footage is measured different, depending on different factors, not just based on the actual area of the roof. So this is going to be the square footage of just the roof. We got basically 1,200 here. Then we're going to do the sides. So that's another 150, 1,200, 150. Roof over here. Can't really see it too well, honestly, so I'm kind of just going in the dark, shooting in the dark. 218, 150 plus 1,100, 1,200, whatever it was. You add that all up, and then you multiply that by however much you want to charge. For something like this, I would say we'd be in the ballpark of $600 to $800, $600 to $900, depending on how much moss there is. And we ask all these questions over the phone. If the lead comes in through a channel that's not on the phone, then we'll call them up after we look at the house, and then we'll ask them these questions. Is there a lot of moss on your roof? Because if there is, it's going to be harder to do the job. Obviously, it's going to take longer, and we charge more for that, obviously. So we want to make sure we're getting paid. If it's just these black fungal streaks, it should be a very straightforward, simple job. That's pretty much how you can measure it out here on Google Earth, and then go on here. You come up with your pricing and figure out what you want to charge. We're around 35 to 40 cents based on the actual square footage of the house. What we measured out here would actually be pretty similar to here in this case. So 35 to 40 cents in this case wouldn't be about $700. So, and then from there, you could just adjust it however you want. But that's pretty much it. You get a very good idea of how to quote. It really is pretty simple, and we do get pretty accurate readings from this. Sometimes you overprice or underprice, but it all evens out in the end. And for how much time it saves us from going out to actually do estimates in person, it's completely worth it, and definitely something that you need to be doing. So if this helped you out at all, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.